Are you done, kids? This time, let us now check your answers. Number 1. Which picture has an urban setting? Answer, letter B. Number 2. Which picture has a rural setting? Answer, letter A. Number 3. Which picture can be described as affluent? Answer, letter B. Number 4. Which picture can be described as a working class? Answer, letter A. Number 5. Which picture shows a younger age group? Answer, letter B. How was your score? Did you get the correct answers? Brilliant! Just write your score at the top of your paper. Let us now check what you have learned today. Picture analysis is the extraction of meaningful information from images by means of processing techniques. Analysis of characters can be done in terms of age and gender, race and nationality, and attitude and behavior. Settings can be analyzed in terms of urban and rural. Now, kids, you are ready to apply what you have learned about picture analysis. Let us do this fun activity. The title is What I Can Do. So, I want you to prepare again your paper and pen. Are you ready? Let's begin. Directions. Look at the picture and analyze the character. Write your answer on your paper. Number 1. What is the picture all about? Number 2. What can you say about the character in the picture? Number 3. How old do you think the person is? Number 4. What can you say about the person's attitude towards work? Number 5. Where can you usually see this scene? Urban or rural? Kids, are you done? Let us now check your answers. Number 1. What is the picture all about? Answer, the picture is all about a woman who is weaving. Number 2, what can you say about the character in the picture? Answer, the woman is busy doing her task. Number 3, how old do you think the person is? Answer,
70 to 80 years old.
Number 4, what can you say about the person's attitude towards work? Answer, she is hardworking. Number 5, where can you usually see this scene? Urban or rural? Answer, this is usually seen in a rural setting. Great job, kids! You are doing so great! Let us now have our last activity where you will still be needing your pen and paper. Directions. Complete the following table by describing and analyzing the picture in terms of age and gender, race and nationality, and attitude and behavior. Are you ready? This activity will only take 5 minutes. Let's begin. For our first picture, for our second picture, Are you done? Let us now check your answers. Characters. Answers: picture A is woman. Picture B is a schoolboy. Age and gender. Answers: picture A, 30 to 40 years old. Picture B, 9 to 14 years old. Race and nationality. Answers: pictures A and B, Filipino. Attitude and behavior. Answers: picture A is hardworking. Picture B, studious and diligent. Did you learn something new today? Did you enjoy our class? Well, my beloved learners, that is all for now. I hope that you have learned a lot about analyzing pictures today. This has been another day of thinking, doing, and learning right here in your favorite classroom on TV, the English Hour. This has been your teacher, Shaddai, saying, learn English today and your dreams are just a word away. Keep it right here on DepEd TV. See you next time, kids!
There will be no face-to-face classes.
We will be using our own teachers as broadcasters in this TV program.
Huwag kang mag-alala.
Good morning, everyone. Are you ready?
Ebeng, gising na. Ebeng, malilit ka na. Nay, si Ebeng ay pa bumangon, no? Sige, ako na dyan. Maghilamos ka na doon.
Pwede ba sa itong damit, di ba?
Oo, pero malit na sa akin yan, kaya sa'yo na lang. Yan, kasyang-kasya pala sa'yo eh.
Salamat, kuya.
O basta, may kinig ka mabuti mamaya ah. At ito, importante ito ah.
Magandang araw mga bata. Kumusta na kayo? Muli, ako si Teacher Mark. Masaya akong makasama kayo ngayong araw. Dagdagan natin ang kaalaman
Tungkol sa ating kalusugan. Kaya tara, simulan na natin.
Good day, Freshies! Welcome back to another episode of Learning Mathematics here at DepEd TV. I am Teacher Belle, ang iyong kaduo sa Math 7. This is a new day for fun and exciting learning in mathematics. Together, let's be Math Tibay, Math Talino, and Math Galing! As we are starting with today's task, I want you to bring out your pen and your self-learning module. Ready? Lo and behold, it's time for us to explore the concept of properties on operations of integers. Now, let us have a real quick review. Let us see if you really mastered the lesson about operations on integers. This will help you understand our lesson for today's episode. For your activity, you have to perform the indicated operations by applying the rules that you have learned. Write the letter that corresponds to your answer in the decoder. You have 20 seconds to accomplish this activity. Our math trivia question is: what is the mathematical name of the division sign? Timer! You can do this, Freshies! No pressure. You're doing great! Let us start answering. For S, 4 minus negative 5 is positive 9. For O, negative 16 plus 9, the answer is negative 7. For L, negative 2 times negative 4, the product is positive 8. For E, negative 42 divided by 7, the result is negative 6. For B, the quantity of negative 10 plus 16 minus the quantity of 12 minus 9, the answer is positive 3. And lastly, for U, the quantity of 36 divided by negative 12 times 3, the answer is negative 9. Now, what is the answer to our math trivial question? What is the mathematical name of the division sign? Obolus. You did great! It's good to know that you have already mastered the rules in the operations of integers. Now consider these examples. Number 1. 1 plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 1. Number 2. 3 plus 0 is equal to 3. Number 3. 2 times the quantity of 3 plus 4 is equal to 6 plus 8. What property is illustrated by each example? Throughout our discussion, assume that the numbers represented by the letters A and B are integers. Let us start discussing the different properties of integers. First property, the closure property. Two integers that are added and multiplied remain as integers. The set of integers is closed under addition and multiplication. The closure property of addition for real numbers states that if A and B are real numbers, then A plus B is a unique real number. Let's have an example. Adding two real numbers produces another real number. 15 plus 16 is equal to 31. 31 is a real number. The closure property of multiplication for real numbers states that if A and B are real numbers, then A times B is a unique real number. For example, 12 times 6 is equal to 72. 72 is a real number. The second property is the commutative property. Changing the order of two numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change the value. That is, A plus B is equal to B plus A, and A times B is equal to B times A. For example, 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. Since 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, and 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, they are both equal. 10 times negative 2 is equal to negative 2 times 10. Since 10 times negative 2 is negative 20, same with negative 2 times 10, which is negative 20, they are both equal. Take note that subtraction and division are not commutative. For instance, is 7 minus 4 equal to 4 minus 7? It is not. Since 7 minus 4 is 3 and 4 minus 7 is negative 3, hence subtraction is not commutative. In division, is 1 divided by 2 equal to 2 divided by 1? Since 1 divided by 2 will yield to 1/2 and 2 divided by 1 is 2, they are not equal. Hence, division is not commutative. Let's move to the next property. Associative property. Changing the grouping of numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change its value. The quantity of A plus B plus C is equal to A plus the quantity of B plus C. And the quantity of A times B times C is equal to A times the quantity of B times C. Take note that operations inside the parentheses should be solved first. For example, the quantity of 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus the quantity of 3 plus 4. Let us check if both sides of the expressions are equal. The quantity of 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus the quantity of 3 plus 4, which is 7. Then 5 plus 4 is 9. That is equal to 2 plus 7, which is also equal to 9. Therefore, both expressions are equal. Next example, the quantity of 4 times 3 times 5 is equal to 4 times the quantity of 3 times 5. Let us check if both sides of the expressions are equal. The quantity of 4 times 3 is 12 times 5 is equal to 4 times the quantity of 3 times 5, which is 15. Then 12 times 5 is 60. That is equal to 4 times 15, which is also equal to 60. Therefore, both expressions are equal. Take note that subtraction and division are not associative. For example, in subtraction, is the quantity of 1 minus 2 minus 3 equal to 1 minus the quantity of 2 minus 3? This will be negative 1 minus 3 and 1 minus negative 1. Negative 4 is not equal to 2. Hence, subtraction is not associative. Let's try division. The quantity of 12 divided by 6 divided by 2 is equal to 12 divided by the quantity of 6 divided by 2. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Divided by 2 is equal to 12 divided by 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. Hence, division is not associative. The next property is distributive property. When two numbers have been added or subtracted and then multiplied by a factor, the result will be the same when each number is multiplied by the factor and the products are then added or subtracted. A times the quantity of B plus C is equal to AB plus AC, and A times the quantity of B minus C is equal to AB minus AC. For example, 2 times the quantity of 3 plus 4 is equal to 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. Let us check if both sides of the expressions are equal. We have 2 times the quantity of 3 plus 4 is equal to. You just have to distribute 2 by multiplying it to each term in the expression 3 plus 4. And that is 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. Then 2 times 7 equals 6 plus 8. 2 times 7 is 14. That is equal to 6 plus 8, which is also 14. Therefore, both expressions are equal. Another example. Negative 5 times the quantity of 8 minus 3 is equal to negative 5 times 8 minus negative 5 times 3. Let us check if both sides of the expressions are equal. We have negative 5 times the quantity of 8 minus 3 is equal to. Again, you just have to distribute negative 5 to the expression 8 minus 3. And that is negative 5 times 8 minus negative 5 times 3. Then, negative 5 times 5 equals negative 40 minus negative 15. Negative 5 times 5 is negative 25. And if we apply the rule of keep, change, change in negative 40 minus negative 15, that will result to negative 25. Therefore, both expressions are equal. Are you still with me? Now, we will discuss the last two properties on operations of integers. The additive identity property states that the sum of any number and 0 is the given number. 0 here is the additive identity. For example, 4 plus 0 is equal to 4. Negative 10 plus 0 is equal to negative 10. The multiplicative identity property states that the product of any number and 1 is the given number. A times 1 is equal to A. 1 is the multiplicative identity. For example, 12 times 1 is equal to 12. Negative 32 times 1 is equal to negative 32. Easy, right? Just remember, any number added to 0 and any number multiplied by 1, the answer will be the number itself. And for the last property, we have inverse property. The additive inverse property states that the sum of any number and its additive inverse is 0. The additive inverse of a number is the opposite sign of that number. That is, A plus negative A is equal to 0. Negative A plus A is equal to 0. For example, 9 plus its additive inverse, which is negative 9, is 0. Negative 58 plus its additive inverse, which is positive 58, is equal to 0. The multiplicative inverse property states that the product of any non-zero number and its multiplicative inverse, or reciprocal, is 1. The multiplicative inverse of a number is its reciprocal. That is, A times 1 over A is equal to 1. Take note that 0 does not have a multiplicative inverse since 1 over 0 is undefined. For example, 6 times its reciprocal, which is 1 over 6, is 1. Negative 22 times its multiplicative inverse, that is negative 1 over 22, is equal to 1. I hope that you have fully understood our discussion today because you will now try this reinforcing activity. Are you excited? Let us begin our virtual quiz. Sit, in a minute. Identify the property used in each of the statements. Choose the correct answer. You have a minute to do this. Number 1. Negative 7 plus 0 is equal to negative 7. Additive identity, additive inverse, multiplicative identity, multiplicative inverse. Number 2. 6 times the quantity of 3 minus 5 is equal to 6 times 3 minus 6 times 5. Associative, closure, distributive, multiplicative inverse. Number 3. Negative 8 plus negative 7 is equal to negative 7 plus negative 8. Associative, closure, commutative, distributive. Number 4. Negative 4 times negative 1 over 4 is equal to 1. Additive identity, additive inverse, multiplicative identity, multiplicative inverse. Number 5. 2 times the quantity of 4 times 7 is equal to the quantity of 2 times 4 times 7. Associative, closure, distributive, multiplicative inverse. Let's check your answer. Number 1. Additive identity. Number 2. Distributive. Number 3. Commutative. Number 4. Multiplicative inverse. And number 5. Associative. Great job, Freshies! You have successfully completed our virtual quiz, and I am beyond glad to know that you nailed it! If you want more practice, I prepared an online quiz to check your understanding of the lesson discussed. I use quizzes.com. You can access this using your gadget like your cell phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. Now, for your final task, let us apply what you have learned about the properties of operations on integers. Invite your parents or your siblings to play Grade 7. Chika na ba? Prepare a whiteboard or a paper and a marker or pen for this segment. The mechanics of this game is easy. Find a space where you can freely step to your left or to your right. Line up. Consider that you are currently standing at 0. Whoever gets the correct answer will be given +1, which means he or she will move 1 step to the right. And whoever got an incorrect answer or did not give any answer will be given -1, which means he or she moves 1 step to the left. Let's find out if you will have a negative or a positive score later. Your answers should be written on the whiteboard or paper and will be raised when the time is up. For the given situations, complete the mathematical statements to satisfy the properties given. You have 5 seconds for each items. Ready? Number 1. By the commutative property, 5 plus -4 is equal to... Timer! The answer is -4 plus 5. Number 2. By the identity property, 6 times blank is equal to 6. Timer! The answer is 1. Number 3. By the associative property, the quantity of 5 times 12 times 3 is equal to... Timer! The answer is 5 times the quantity of 12 times 3. Number 4. By the distributive property, 13 times the quantity of 2 plus 1 is equal to... Timer! The answer is 13 times 2 plus 13 times 1. And for the last problem, number 5. By the inverse property, 5 times blank is equal to 1. Timer! The answer is 1/5. That was undeniably great! What score did you get? If it is a positive score, congratulations! If it is a negative score, you can visit our Facebook page. Before we formally end our lesson, I am assigning you to do some additional activities on Module 4. That's it for today, but learning does not end here. On our next episode, we are going to unravel the mystery of rational numbers. Again, this is Teacher Belle, ang iyong kaduol sa Math 7. I hope we help you become math tibay, math talino, and math galing!
ba ang balita? Kinakabahan, nag-aalinlangan. Kulay isa, Pinoy ay nakaisa sa iisang bandila. O bayan ko, lilipas din pagsubok na to, basta't magkakaisa. Kaibigan, katrabaho, narsundalo, media, nagkaisa. Bayan ka, gobyerno, simbahan, pulis, doktor, pamilya, nagkaisa. Bayan ka, salud sa'yo, oh, 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 oh. Salud sa'yo, oh, 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 oh. Saludo sa'yo, oh, 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 oh. Saludo sa'yo, oh, 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 oh. Ingatan natin ang kalikasan, ang sugat niya'y sugat natin. Nakaukit sa ating palad, ang araw ay sisikat muli. O bayan ko, lilipas din pagsubok na to, basta't magkakaisa. Kaibigan, katrabaho, anak, sundalo, media, nagkaisa. Bayani ka, gobyerno, simbahan, pulis, doktor, pamilya, nagkaisa. Bayani ka, salud sa'yo, oh, 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 oh. Salud sa'yo, oh, 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 oh. Salud sa'yo, oh, 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 oh. Salud sa'yo, oh, 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 oh.
Maalam na buhay! Isang bagong araw na naman na puno ng mga karunungan ang ating pagsasaluhan dito sa DepEd TV. Ako, si Teacher Y, ang inyong guro sa edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, Baitang 7, na magbibigay sa inyo ng mga words of wisdom para laging full of life at ikaw ay maging wise. Mga Certified Wise, ihanda nyo na ang inyong papel, ballpen at self-learning module at sama-sama nating lakbayin ang daan tungo sa paghubog ng ating pagpapakatao. Maalam na buhay, mga Certified Wise! Noong nakaraan lamang ay ating tinalakay ang paksang, mga kakayahan at kilos, at pagpapaunlad ng tiwala sa sarili mula sa ating self-learning module, Module 2 and 3. Bilang pagbabalik tanaw, naalala mo pa rin ba ang mga ito? ito ay hanapin mo ang salitang kukumpleto sa bawat pangungusap batay sa ating nakaraang aralin. Isulat mo ang letra ng iyong sagot sa iyong papel. Una, hayaang mangibabaw ang iyong patlang. Ang tamang sagot ay A. Kalakasan. Pangalawa, huwag matakot na patlang ang mga bagong hamon. Kung ang sagot mo ay B, harapin, ikaw ay tama. Pangatlo, palaging maging patlang sa iyong mga iniisip. Letrang B, positibo, ang sagot sa ikatlong bilang. Pang-apat, isipin mo ang iyong mga patlang para sa iyong sarili. Huwag palaging umasa sa opinyon ng ibang tao, lalo na ang pagtataya sa iyong mga kabiguan at tagumpay. Maaari ko bang makita ang iyong sagot? Ang tamang sagot ay letrang C, kakayahan. Kumusta ang iyong mga naging sagot? Inaasahan ko na huwag mo itong kalimutan dahil makatutulong ito sa iyong buhay. Hindi natatapos ang ikot ng buhay ng isang tao sa pag-alam lamang ng mga inaasahan sa kanya bilang kabataan. Sa pagpapatuloy ng ating sumunod na aralin, mas kikilalanin pa natin ang ating mga sarili sa pamamagitan ng pagtalakay sa paksang, talento mo, ating tuklasin, at tiwala sa sarili, ating buuin. Mula sa ating self-learning module, Module 4 and 5. Inaasahan na sa pagtatapos ng araling ito ay may pamamanas mo ang kaalaman, kakayahan at pag-unawa sa una, pagtukoy ng kahulugan ng talento at kakayahan. Pangalawa, pag-unawa sa iba't ibang multiple intelligences ni Howard Gardner. At pangatlo, pagsasagawa ng paraan kung paano malalampasan ang kawalan ng tiwala sa sariling talento at kakayahan.
Do you have what it takes to be a star?
Oh, anak, ano nga ba ng uso mo?
Tay, masaya naman po kung nanonood ng You Have a Talent. Ang gagaling nga po nila eh. Kaya lang po.
Kaya lang?
Gusto ko rin po sana maging star. Maging sikat po. Kaya lang po, pag kumakanta po ako, boss pala ka. Pag sumasayaw po ako, hindi naman po ako magaling. Kahit nagpa-practice po ako. Tapos, sana po.
Alam mo anak, may kanya-kanya tayong kakayahan at talento. Ang dapat lang ay pagyamanin natin ito at tuklasin. Ikaw pa, ang galing-galing mo nga kumain. Sa academic.
Si tatay naman eh. Magaling naman po ako sa mata at sa English. Kaya lang po, hindi po ata ako makakasama sa You Have a Talent na yan.
Sige anak, may ipapanood ako sa'yo.
Mga certified wise, alam mo ba na may powers ka? Talento at kakayahan ang tawag dito. Ang talento ay ginagamit na kasing kahulugan ng biyaya at kakayahan. Ito ay mga pambihirang kakayahan na pinaniniwalaang namamana sa magulang. Samantalang ang kakayahan naman ay tinatawag na kalakasang intelektual o intellectual power upang makagawa ng isang pambihirang bagay tulad ng kakayahan sa musika o kakayahan sa sining. Marahil, habang ikaw ay nakikinig, mayroong sumasagi sa iyong isip na mga talento o kakayahan na iyong tinataglay. Ngunit ano ba ang mga halimbawa nito? Paano ba natin ito maipapakita? Sa puntong ito, ay mas palawakin pa natin ang ating kaalaman. Tara na at samahan ninyo ako.
Ayon kay Garner, may 9 na talento at kakayahan ang tao. Ito ay kilala sa tawag na multiple intelligences. Una, visual spatial, ang tawag sa taglay na talento at kakayahan ng isang tao. Kung siya ay mas mabilis matuto sa pamamagitan ng paningin at pag-aayos ng mga ideya.
Madali ba para sa iyo ang maunawaan ang direksyon, mapa, graphs, charts, video, puzzles at larawan? Gaya naming mga pintor, isa sa mga katangian namin ito. Ito ay tinatawag na visual spatial.
Pangalawa, verbal linguistic. Ang taong nagtataglay nito ay mahusay sa pagbigkas, pagsulat, at pagmememorya ng mga salita o detalye.
Bilang isang broadcaster, ito ang komportable akong gawin. Pagbasa, pagsulat, pagkikwento at pagmememorya ng mga salita at mahalagang petsa. Taglay mo rin ba ito? Verbal linguistic ang tawag dito.
Pangatlo, logical mathematical. Ang mga taong may talento at kakayahan na ito ay mabilis matuto sa pamamagitan ng pangangatwiran at paglutas ng suliranin o problem solving.
Mahusay ka rin ba sa pagkilatis ng mga problema at kung paano ito mabibigyan ng solusyon gamit ang siyentipikong pag-aaral? Ibig sabihin, taglay mo ang talento at kakayahang ito.
Pang-apat, bodily kinesthetic. Ang taong nagtataglay nito ay natututo sa pamamagitan ng mga konkretong karanasan o interaksyon sa kapaligiran.
Kagaya ko, mas natututo ako sa paggalaw ng aking katawan. Kung ikaw ang tipo na ito, sumama ka sa akin.
Panlima, musical rhythmic. Ang talento at kakayahang ito ay tumutukoy sa pagkatuto ng pag-uulit, ritmo o musika.
Musika at ritmo ang aking hilig. Dahil sa musikang nalilikha ko, napapainda ko ang tao. Mahilig ka rin ba sa musika katulad ko?
Pang-anim, intrapersonal, ay tumutukoy sa talento at kakayahan na matuto sa pamamagitan ng damdamin, halaga at pananaw.
Sa pamamagitan ng talento at kakayahan ng isang intrapersonal, naiuugnay at nakakaya kong magnilay at masalamin ang kalooban ng isang tao. Bilang isang psychologist, madali ko ring maunawaan ang aking sarili kung pag-aaralan ko ito.
Pampito, interpersonal. Ito ay tumutukoy sa talino sa interaksyon o pakikipag-ugnayan sa ibang tao.
Bilang isang social worker, pakikipagkapwa, pakikipag-ugnayan, at pakikipag-usap sa ibang tao ang nasa puso ko. Masaya akong nagagawa ang mga ito. Gusto mo rin ba ang ginagawa ko? Ibig sabihin, ikaw ay nagtataglay ng interpersonal na talento at kakayahan.
Pangwalo, existential. Ito ay tumutukoy sa talino sa pagkilala sa pagkakaugnay ng lahat sa daigdig. Kadalasang naitatanong ang, bakit ako nilikha? Ano ang papel na ginagampanan ko sa mundo?
Sabi ng ilan, ay malalim daw akong mag-isip. Binansagan nga akong all soul at cosmic citizen dahil dito. Katulad din ba kita? Ibig sabihin, existential pala ang iyong taglay na talento at kakayahan.
Pangsyam, naturalist. Ito ay tumutukoy sa talino sa pag-uuri, pagpapangkat at pagbabahagtan.
Mahilig ako sa pag-aaral at pag-aalaga ng kalikasan at mga nabubuhay dito. Ginawa mo rin ba ito? Kung gayon, taglay mo ang pagiging isang naturalist. Lahat ng ipinakita ko sa inyo ay makakaya nyo kung kayo ay magtitiwala lamang sa inyong sarili. May sasabihin ako sa inyo mga simpleng paraan upang magkaroon ng tiwala sa sarili. Makinig ka at isapuso mo itong mabuti. Una, kilalanin mo ang iyong sarili at alamin ang iyong kakayahang taglay. Pangalawa, maging positibo ka sa kabila ng kinakaharap mong problema. Pangatlo, matuto kang tumanggap ng pagkakamali at kritisismo. Pang-apat, huwag kang susuko. Lakasan mo ang iyong loob. Panglima, matuto kang makihalubilo sa iyong kapwa. 6, matuto kang magpasalamat sa Diyos.
O, di ba anak? Hindi dahil hindi ka natanggap sa you have a talent ay wala ka nang maipamamalas.
Oo nga po, Tay. Siguro nga po, hindi ako dapat mag-alinlangan sa sarili ko. Kailangan ko lang mag-practice para gumaling po ako.
Tama ka. Hindi ka dapat sumuko agad o magduda sa sarili mo. Mag-practice ka lang at tanggapin mo kung anong meron ka dahil yun ang dapat at tama mong gawin.
Sige po, Tay. Aalamin ko pa po yung mga talento at kakayahan ko.
Tandaan mo anak, huwag mong sukuan ang mga pangarap at hangarin mo. Kayang-kaya mo yan.
Nakita mo ba ang sarili mo kay SP noong siya ay panghinaan ng loob? Marahil may pagkakataon sa buhay mo na nararanasan mo ang mga ito. Pero malalampasan mo ito basta magtiwala ka lang sa iyong sarili. Narito na ang ating hashtag Hugot Kaalaman. Alam kong wise ka, kaya kayang-kaya mo yan. Ibigay ang mga hinihingi sa bawat bilang. Isulat sa inyong papel ang inyong mga sagot. Una, magbigay ng 2 talento o kakayahan na iyong tinataglay. Pangalawa, magbigay ng paraan na maaari mong magawa upang mapaunlad ang iyong talento. Pangatlo, isulat ang mga tao na maaaring makatulong sa pagpapaunlad ng iyong talento. Pang-apat, magbigay ng paraan na maaari mong magawa na nagpapakita ng pagbabahagi ng iyong talento sa iba. Kumusta ang inyong mga naging sagot? Mas nakilala niyo ba ang inyong mga sarili? Tandaan, ang pagsasabuhay ng ating aralin ang pinakamahalagang aksyon na dapat mong gawin. Kung naisulat mo ito ng buong puso, binabati kita dahil ikaw ay tunay na certified wise. Ngayon, nais kong ipakita mo ang iyong natutunan sa ating aralin. Nais kong gumawa ka ng kasabihan o kawikaan tungkol sa pagkakaroon ng tiwala sa sarili. Huwag mo ring kalimutan na maging malikain sa paggawa at gamitin ang hashtag #IamWise. Lagi mong iisipin na ikaw ay may taglay na talento at kakayahan. Ngunit mababaliwala ang mga ito kung ito ay hindi mo pauunlarin. Patuloy mo itong alamin sapagkat ito ang tutulong sa iyo sa landas na nais mong tahakin sa hinaharap.
Paalam na, sana'y natuto ka. Isa-isip at isa buhay pa. Ang buhay ng isang tao ay pahiwaga. Kaya't ipagpatuloy na ang
narito ang ating hashtag Hugot Kaalaman. Talento at kakayahan mo'y kaloob ng Diyos. Ito'y gamitin palagi upang mahubog ng lubos. Mga certified wise, magkita-kita tayong muli ha. Patuloy nating linangin ang ating kaisipan. Patuloy nating isabuhay ang kabutihan. Patuloy nating ibahagi ang ating kaalaman. At patuloy nating paglingkuran ang Diyos at ang ating bayan. Muli, ako si Teacher Wise, ang magbibigay sa inyo ng mga words of wisdom para laging full of life at ikaw ay maging wise. Maalam na buhay at paalam! Certified Wise, nais mo bang panoorin muli ang episode na ito? Maaari ka na mag-like at mag-subscribe sa ating DepEd TV YouTube channel.
There will be no face-to-face classes.
We will be using our own teachers as broadcasters in this TV program.
Huwag kang mag-alala. Good morning, everyone. Are you ready?
Good day to all science learners out there. Welcome to DepEd TV. I am Ma'am Con, your grade 7 science teacher, and I am here to help you be Sci Connected. How are you? I hope you're having fun while learning at home. Come and join me. Let's discover the wonders of science. Before we start, make sure you have your pen, paper, and self-learning module. Can you still remember our previous lesson? Let's sing the song you have learned last episode. This may also help you recall the lesson learned last time. Let's sing it all together.
Matter has two broad classes, mixtures and substances, each one with differences. Let us start with their appearances. Homogeneous or heterogeneous, telling a substance from a mixture, can be used when substances are all homogeneous. Mixtures can be homo or heterogeneous. Next way to distinguish is through separating technique. Mixtures can be separated easy and quick through evaporation, distillation, and filtration, but not substances due to chemical combination. Substances and mixtures behave differently during boiling and melting, most especially boiling point of substance is fixed, while mixture is not. Substance melts completely, but mixture does not. I am substance, I am mixture, two worlds apart.
What was our lesson last episode? It's all about pure substance. What is a pure substance? A pure substance has definite composition and distinct chemical properties. Now, what are the properties of pure substances? A pure substance is homogeneous or uniform in appearance, has a fixed boiling point, and melts completely or smoothly all throughout. Examples of pure substance are elements and compounds. It's good if you can still recall our lesson last episode. Let's have an enrichment activity to see if you really understood the lesson last episode. Just read the paragraph to be flashed on screen. Take down notes because there will be a question right after. Are you ready? You may now prepare your pen and paper. Joseph wants to compare the chemical properties of two substances. In doing it, he prepared two flasks containing the substances and labeled them liquid A and liquid B. He monitored the boiling points of the liquids and found that the boiling points were 100 degrees Celsius for liquid A and 110 degrees Celsius to 112 degrees Celsius for liquid B. How should you classify the two liquids? Which liquid is a pure substance? The pure substance is liquid A, and if it is your answer, congratulations! You are correct! If we are going to compare the boiling point of the two liquid samples, liquid A has a fixed boiling point which is 100 degrees Celsius, while liquid B's boiling point is not fixed, which is 110 degrees Celsius to 112 degrees Celsius. I hope that you understood pure substances. This time, let's talk about mixtures, which is another class of matter. For today's lesson, here are our learning goals. Number 1. Define mixtures based on a set of properties. Number 2. Describe homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. And number 3. Cite importance of mixtures. For you to be guided on our lesson, let's answer the pre-assessment. Again, prepare your pen and paper. Are you ready? Let's begin! Number 1. Which of the following is not a property of a substance? A. It melts completely. B. It does not boil and melt. C. The boiling point is always 100 degrees Celsius. D. Has a portion that does not melt. Among the choices, letter A describes the property of a substance. The correct answer is letter A. Number 2. Which of the following is a property of mixture? A. It consists of a single phase. B. It has definite composition. C. It has heterogeneous composition. D. It can be chemically separated into its components. Mixture is a category of matter that can be chemically separated to its components. That's letter D. Number 3. Which of the following is a heterogeneous mixture? A. Air. B. Soft drink. C. Oil in water. D. Stainless steel. Among the following samples, the only mixture is oil in water, and that is letter C. Number 4. What are the two classes of matter? A. Atom and molecule. B. Plants and animals. C. Substance and mixture. D. Elements and compounds. Matter has two classes, and these are substance and mixture. The answer for question number 4 is the letter C. Number 5. What is true about mixture? A. It has a fixed boiling point. B. It melts completely and smoothly. C. It is homogeneous or uniform in appearance. D. It can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. A mixture has two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Among the choices, the only property that suits mixture is letter D. How's your score? Did you find it hard? No need to worry because we will discuss more about this for you to better understand mixtures. What is a mixture? If two or more pure substances are mixed together, it is a mixture. Mixture can always be separated to its components because the atoms of the constituent substances are not bonded. What are the properties of mixtures? Its properties are opposite to the properties of pure substances. If pure substances appears to be homogeneous, mixtures can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. When it comes to boiling point, the boiling point of a pure substance is fixed, while in mixture, it's not. When a pure substance melts, it melts completely or smoothly all throughout. But when a mixture melts, there are portions that do not melt. Why do we have to test pure substance and mixture by its boiling point and appearance when melting? It's because some pure substance and mixture are hard to determine when you are just looking at it. Now, let's test your understanding on mixtures. Just read the scenario to be flashed on the screen. Take down notes because there will be a question right after. You may now prepare your pen and paper. A student tests the melting point of a certain sample. It starts melting at 91 degrees Celsius and changes over time. According to a data book, there are some portions of the sample that do not melt. What do you think is the sample? A pure substance or a mixture? Are we thinking of the same answer? From the given scenario, it tells that there are some portions of the sample that do not melt. So, the sample is mixture. It's science fact time with Ma'am Con. Let's have a break. Do you love pets like birds, cats, rabbits, or dogs? If you're going to ask me, I love pets, especially dogs and cats. These are my pets. Have you seen a pug? Pugs are very unique among the breeds of dogs. They are unique because of their flat little faces. Do you know why they look that way? Pugs' cute little flat faces are the result of genetic mutation. Their features have been strongly linked to a gene variant called SMOC2 or spark-related modular calcium binding protein 2. The more this mutation was able to suppress SMOC2, the flatter the dog's faces. Well then, that's today's short science fact with Ma'am Con. Let's go back to our lesson. Mixtures are formed when two or more materials are mixed together. In other words, a mixture is a substance produced by combining two or more substances. There are two types of mixtures: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. A homogeneous mixture has uniform composition. Examples are mixtures of salt and water, vinegar, and dishwashing liquid. These mixtures have a uniform composition. Heterogeneous mixtures are not uniform in composition. The composition varies from those with at least two phases that remain separate from each other to those with clearly identifiable properties. An example would be ice cubes in soft drink. The ice in the soft drink are in two distinct phases: ice as solid and soft drink as a liquid. Another example is chocolate chip and cookies. The chocolate chip and the cookies can be clearly identified. Salt and pepper, when mixed together, also forms a heterogeneous mixture. Do you understand the two types of mixtures? Let's try to identify the samples. Write homo if the given sample is homogeneous mixture, and write hetero if the given sample is a heterogeneous mixture. Write your answer on your paper. Are you ready? Let's start. Number 1, sand and water. Number 2, milk and cereal. Number 3, air. Number 4, milk. Number 5, orange juice with pulp. Number 6, chicken noodle soup. Number 7, blood. Number 8, water and sugar. Number 9, hot coffee. Number 10, rice and beans. Now, let us check your answers. For number 1, sand and water is a homogeneous mixture. The answer is hetero. 2, milk and cereal. The answer is hetero. 3, air. The answer is homo. Number 4, milk. Milk is also homogeneous, so the answer is homo. 5, orange juice with pulp. The answer is hetero. 6, chicken noodle soup. The answer is hetero. 7, blood. Blood is homogeneous, so the answer is homo. 8, water and sugar. The answer is homo. Number 9, hot coffee. The correct answer is homo. And number 10, rice and beans. It is heterogeneous mixture. The correct answer is hetero. I hope you did a great job. If you did, I congratulate you. Let's see how well you understood today's lesson. Let's answer the assessment. Are you ready? Let's start. Number 1. Based on the table, which of the following is true about liquid A? A, it is a mixture. B, it is an element. C, it is heterogeneous. D, it has a fixed boiling point. If you're going to analyze the data from the table, it shows that liquid A has a fixed boiling point. The answer is letter D. Number 2. Which of the following could be the liquid A? A, water. B, soft drink. C, fruit juice. D, water salt solution. Water has a fixed boiling point which is 100 degrees Celsius. Among the choices, water could be the liquid A, and that is letter A. Number 3. Based on the table, which of the following is true about liquid B? A, it is a mixture. B, it is an element. C, it is heterogeneous. D, it has a fixed boiling point. One of the properties of a mixture is that its boiling point is not fixed or it changes over time. So, the liquid B is a mixture, and that is letter A. Number 4. You mix soil and water in a jar. After a few days, the soil has settled to the bottom of the jar and the water is at the top. What classification of matter is this? A, element. B, mixture. C, compound. D, pure substance. Mixture of soil showed that this is a heterogeneous mixture. From the choices, the correct answer is letter B, mixture. Number 5. Which of the following describes a homogeneous mixture? A, uniform in appearance. B, not uniform in appearance. C, has two observable phases. D, particles can be seen at the bottom of the container. A homogeneous mixture has a uniform composition and at least one observable phase. The correct answer is letter A. How well did you do in the assessment? Mixtures and substances can be found in your environment or even at your home, such as the air that you breathe, the food that you eat, the water that you drink, and other things that you see, hear, and feel. Now, it's time to be connected on one of our question centers in SciConnected on DepEd TV page. Our question sender is QChai. 9 years old from Bago Oshiro Elementary School in Davao City. Her question is, what is acid rain? And how does acid rain become acidic? Acid rain is caused when compounds like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are released into the air produced through a chemical reaction. These substances can rise very high into the atmosphere where they mix and react with oxygen, water, and other chemicals that forms acidic pollutants. Human activities are the main cause of acid rain. Examples are burning of fossil fuels to produce electricity and exhaust from vehicles. Acid rain can cause damage to lakes and streams, can harm forests, can damage objects, and can cause health problems. Thank you so much for your question, Q-Chai. I hope that everyone gained additional information from it. If you have science questions, simply post it on Sci Connected on DepEd TV page. Kindly follow this format. Hope that you have learned from our lesson today. Thank you so much for sticking with me and see you on the next episode. Again, this is Ma'am Maricon and Samin scientifically saying, think critically, do things differently, and that develop your ability.
Tungo sa aplikasyon at pagsasabuhay ng makataong pagkalinga sa kapwa. Halika at simulan natin ang aralin sa edukasyon sa pagpapakatao. Ang ating layunin